Hey everybody, it's Kim and I am coming to you from St. Pete Beach, Florida, where I'm staying with a girlfriend, and we are in a gorgeous condo that belongs to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. We're staying right on the Gulf. It is beautiful here. I did want to make sure that I could do at least one video while I was here, and I did find something to be able to work on. They do have ceramic tile in their kitchen, and you can tell right outside of the refrigerator where someone at some point dropped something. I decided I wanted to try and fill that hole and fix it and do a little bit of painting to it, just to see if we can kind of preserve the look, and you walk into that kitchen and that's not the first thing you look at. So come on in, let's go see. Because I got some things I want to show you. Make sure I've got some loaded on the brush. I'm going to wipe it off. So as we first walk into this gorgeous condo, kind of come around the corner here and we turn on the light and whoa, what's there? It is a pretty big chip that was out of this, and it looks as though it's been there for a pretty long time. So this is what I really want to fix for them, and just be able to put some kind of an epoxy in there so it's not so sharp, and then to be able to do a little bit of painting to it. And then over here around the corner, what I found was this one. And this looks as though something obviously was dropped on it. I'm gonna go over the things that I have bought to be able to do this project. Some small paint brushes so that I can get into the little nooks and crannies. We have JB Weld, which is a syringe type of an epoxy where these two come into one. So A and B will mix as soon as you press the syringe. And then I got 4 different colors of paint. This is like a white tile, but it has a little bit of a gray tone to it. Here's the first crack I'm going to attempt to kind of cover up a little bit. It's a little bit of kind of like a tiny bit of a pink cast to this. So I'm going to mix a little bit of my white with my gray. And all I'm trying to do is just kind of cover up this. And I didn't see any beige or tan or anything at Walmart. So we're just going to attempt this. And we're just trying to make this not as noticeable when someone looks down as they walk by. I may put the JB Weld in here also. I wanted to do this first because it was a little less scary than pouring epoxy on somebody's floor. We'll let that dry and we'll come back and see if we need to do any more touch-up. So here is the big spot that I want to really do something with. And I think what I'm gonna do is put some paint in here right now. I'm just gonna kind of cover this up. I'm gonna try not to really get much into the grout. But because this is going to dry clear, I want to be able to have it not be seen through. just plunge it back a little bit. And what I want it to do is stay within there, so I need to push that back with something. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes now, and most of it started to set like it should, but this is deep right here in this area. So I had squished a cup and I was holding it next to it, and I mean, I knew this was gonna happen, but it started to stick to my cup. So I'm gonna need to do like a second round of this, but I just wanted to show you how quickly this is already setting up. I did paint on the bottom of it, as you saw before. Okay, this is the second coat of epoxy. I ran out, I didn't have enough to actually fill the hole. So what I'm not gonna worry about is getting it into the grout line, because there really wasn't a way to hold that back. So what I'll do is end up painting that spot so that it'll match the grout. I think I've got some pretty good paint. Now I'm gonna show you the other spot here I did decide to fill in. I had the white originally, I had the pink, and I had a gray. So what I purchased the other day was a couple of browns and then this very pale gray. And so far, what I've done is this. I need to make my line a little bit more precise right here. And then I may do a tiny bit of mixing these with the white to be able to put a little bit of veining in here, which will kind of match all of this. But as soon as I get done with that, I think we're gonna be good to go. So let me show you the other one. So here I put a little bit of the epoxy in because there was a hole there. And then I followed it up with some gray paint. So let me look at this. I'm gonna wipe that clear as soon as it's dry. And then in the meantime, I did find another crack. So I went ahead and filled that with the paint. And if you pull that back, you can't even see it. So I'm pretty pleased with that one too. So I think we're onto something here. Just kind of show you this from the back. So far, I think, hey, it's not gonna be perfect, but I think this is pretty dang good compared to what we started with. What I did was fill in the grout as best I could, and then I have one nice coat of paint on top of that epoxy. And we're probably getting a little shadow here, but I need to do a little bit more here to put in a little bit of the shading that is in the tile. And I'll probably do a little tiny bit more here so it just all blends in. You'll have to pardon the noise at this point. We're trying to get laundry done, the dishwasher's going, and I want to get this finished before we leave. So, this is looking pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with it. Want to at least get a little bit of veining in here, and this is wet, of course, but I am going to go over the very edge of this as soon as I get done. So, I'm pretty darn pleased. Okay, so this may be the final result. It's not perfect, but after seeing the original, this looks a lot better. So what I'm gonna do is let it dry, and then I can kind of tell from this direction that I'm gonna go back over it in a little while, and I will wait till it's dry, and then I will wipe off some of this paint here. And we feathered in the color of the grout from here to here. With just some paint and epoxy, this floor looks so much better.